We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years.
Hey, welcome to the Steve F. Show. We got a special guest today is Mike Dominguez, head basketball in New Mexico, northern New Mexico. And I tell you, Mike, a great win yesterday.
In the college world, anytime you can get wins, it's a good thing, man. To win college games is extremely hard. That's why if you win a conference championship, you get celebrated like you won a national championship, because it's hard to win games at the college level.
Well, it was a special day for Espanola and also the college and everybody, because of all the young student athletes that came to the game. I guess the student athletes. They want to be play for you at Espanola.
Yeah, no, it was great. We had our elementary school day game. I think we had a little over 1,000 elementary kids from all of the Espanola public schools. Quality Care sponsored the event to make all of it free. I thought they had a great time. It's a good environment. It's good for our community. Anytime you can, they get to watch older kids doing something positive, it's always a good thing.
Well, I tell you, the basketballs went well, man. It was great. I tried to get one to take home for put in my office, and a kid saw it on my deal. He came up and says, "Hey, can I have that basketball?" And I said, "Sure." And it was.
I have a couple here in my office.
No, I'm not. I just thought it was so special that they wanted them. I mean, they were like that was like a home run. So
it was crazy. You thought you were throwing $100 to the crowd.
No, it was more. I mean, the enthusiasm was, and then at the end of the game, you saved some more, and it was just like the kids just swamped to get them.
It was a great event. Obviously capped off by us winning and our guys doing what we had to do the second half. So it was a good thing all around. Good for our guys, good for our college. It's good for everybody. So it was a fun experience.
No, it was a great environment, and it was fun for me. A 10:30 morning game, and both teams. I mean, Justice came in, and everybody was excited for this game. I mean, and you could just, the intensity level. I mean, that crowd, the home crowd, without a cheerleader, they caused a few missed free throws by Justice.
It got loud, and it's for the Justice and for ourselves. It's easy to get up for games like that, no matter the time, when you have 1,000 kids screaming, at every little thing you do. I mean, they were going crazy when guys were dunking it during warm-ups. So it was just a fun atmosphere for everybody.
That might have been just as enjoyable as the game. Okay, the game was very competitive and had some runs of leads of both teams, but the pre-warm-ups, I mean, and that was like an hour and a half, about an hour and 15 minutes before the game even started. I mean, it started rocking at that early in the morning.
It did, and everybody kind of got up for it, but it was good. I'm really excited how it turned out, and looking forward to doing it again, hopefully next year.
Well, that win, Justice, they came in. They're a talented team. That coach has done a good job with that program, and his story is really great. I mean, I got to talk to him before the game a little bit, and for him to come in, and he was like a personal trainer type, and then just kind of worked himself in as a head coach.
I recruited a few of his kids when I was an assistant coach at Colorado Mesa. When I first started coaching, I recruited a couple kids from Arizona that were on his AAU team and that he trained. One of them ended up being finished he's third or fourth in the history of Colorado Mesa in scoring, a kid out of Arizona, and it was a kid that he had signed. So the basketball world's a small one. You somewhere down the line you know somebody that knows somebody that you're friends with.
And he was very personal. I really, it was fun for me to get to talk to him. I mean, I went over and talked to him, and he talked to me for about 10 or 15. He actually gave me your scouting report. So that was, it was funny. He says, yeah, this guy can do this. And I was sitting there going, yeah, I didn't want to tell him I already knew.
Yeah, no, the thing with film and everything that's online, it's hard to really hide anything these days.
No, and that's why I tell people is that usually when Sebastian and I or Scott Gleddy and myself, we do a game, we try not to bother y'all, and we do our own. And it is pretty amazing how accurate we actually become, but just by reading stats and looking at everything.
Yeah, it's that's the one great thing about athletics and sports is especially in the game of basketball, stats do not lie. It will tell you if you are a good shooter or a bad shooter. There's no hiding around it.
And you're right, and it's pretty easy to know who the best player is when he's scoring 28 or 29 points. So
yeah, no doubt. We usually watch film for the guys that do the little things, the guys that go to the offensive glass, the guys that are really good defensively. Things that don't show up always in the stats is kind of what, more than anything, what that scout, watching film and that scout is for.
I tell you what, we're going to go to the Evergard Roofing and Solar Top 10 Plays of the Week and come back and talk about northern New Mexico.
He's got Winnicott open, over the shoulder catch, and he's dragged down from behind.
And up all the way, trying to go wide. Oliver's got the edge. 40, 50, and he might go all the way. Holloway breaks it, and he's in for a touchdown. So St. Pius' first play of the game.
And it's blocked. Blocked on the play. It was Charlie Campbell.
Wallen back in the game. Counter to Fig. Has a hole. And he's got nothing but Green ahead of him. One man to beat. Fig makes a play and scores. From the 45-yard line. For a
back to pass, throwing it out, slant, and plenty of room to run. There's Caleb Hutchins down to the 30, the 25-20. Hutchins might break it, and he does. Touchdown, Bloomfield. 60-yard pass from Chavaria and Hutchins.
Class 3A state championship. Gonzalez gets the call, keeps it on the ground, across the 25. Garrett Gonzalez with some green grass. No flags. Touchdown, Dexter.
Maldonado tightens up on the left side of the formation. They'll give it on the ground. A lot of room. See you later. Sam Bastiles is in for the Storm. Touchdown.
Rematch. First and 15, Chavaria flips it out into the right flat. Room, look out. One man to beat. Down the right sideline, could be gone. And no one's going to catch. That's going to be an 80-yard touchdown on the game's second play.
Two running backs in the backfield. Hollis goes in motion. Stitt keeps it himself. Foot race to the goal line. Stitt makes a man miss. On his feet. Touchdown, St. Mike's. Kamal Stitt runs it in from 10 yards out.
28. Warren goes quickly up to Byers. Byers catches it! Jack Byers ties the game! Kick is up, and the Bulldogs go ahead with 24 seconds to go.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
You've had a tough schedule for you've been on the road. I mean, this is that's your second home game, and speak on the road and kind of talk where you feel you're at right now.
Yeah, obviously scheduling is what it is. We're hoping to make it better here at Northern and get more home games than what they've had in the past. That's still something we're working on. Getting in a conference next year is going to help a ton. But no, the month of November was a tough one. There was a time where it felt like we were playing on a Tuesday and then leaving Wednesday and then playing Friday, Saturday, and then coming back Sunday and then playing again on Tuesday. And it was just the hardest part was just we didn't have a lot of practice time. And with our team and how new we are, practice is a big component of our progression. So that part, and then getting hit, with some injuries and guys not being able to play that we kind of thought were going to play coming into the season has kind of made us adjust on how we need to attack. But our guys have done a really good job of adjusting. And the one thing I really like about our guys is they play really hard. They compete. The lack of effort, not a thing for them. But we get TJ Sanchez here coming back here at semester. Who came with me from New Mexico Highlands and is a Capital grad, and he was our RMAC freshman of the year and a leading scorer at Capital High School. He's going to be a big addition to us this second half and when we get into the conference season, which is most important. So it's exciting, and getting last night a win is a good thing, and hopefully more to come this second semester.
Well, I want to speak about Hill, he's almost averaging 40 minutes a game. I mean, and Watson, I've watched him play twice, and it just somehow he just finds to get energy at the right time. It's just amazing how he's developed and really become an extension of you on that court, and in his career, even going back to Volcano, he never ever seems to get emotionally rattled.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's got that simple personality, but I tell you, I mean, teams are physically trying to beat him up. I mean, it's amazing how strong and physically he's gotten.
Yeah, no.
He used to be a finesse player. Now he's going to be like he's like a linebacker. He said, "Come on, guys, I'll take you on myself." So
yeah, no. Well, the first thing what Quan does is Quan takes care of his body. You can't play. Every kid wants to play 40 minutes a game. Not every kid can, just because they're not in shape enough. They can't handle it mentally or physically. And Quan is since I got him his first day he stepped on campus with me at New Mexico Highlands. I mean, the kid is top 3 every time we do any kind of sprinting, running, anything in practice. I mean, he's top 3. We run a mile, he's in the top 3. So he's able to play, the minutes I'm asking him to play, and like you said, he is an extension of me, and I ask him to do a lot, and I trust him. With everything, I trust Quan to make the right play more often than not, and he's been really good. I mean, he's averaging 17 a game, shooting 47 from the field, almost 48 from 3. He's leading us in assists, at 35 assists. I mean, rebounding, he's averaging almost 4 a game. I mean, he does it all for us, man. He's a big part of what we do, and I love to coach him and whatnot, because like you said, he just doesn't get rattled. He looks you in the eye and says, yes, sir, doesn't fight it. And he's extremely coachable, and it's also why he's having a lot of success.
I went to early practices and got to watch your first game, and I actually got to go up to Colorado when you played Fort Lewis, and and this is just second opinion watching, but in the beginning you were a 3-point shooting team, and yesterday it was like the second option. You become a downhill team, and if you don't get to the basket, you kick out, and then you leave Mendoza wide open, and those guys just rise to the challenge.
Yeah, no. I mean, we rely on a 3, a little bit more than I would like. Part of it is just kind of how we're built. We don't have a ton of size, but we've gotten better at getting downhill and getting paint touches, which is what I've been on them about, because you're not going to shoot it well every game. There's going to be games where we just don't shoot the 3 very well, and we're going to have to manufacture points other ways, and one of those ways is you got to get to the paint, you got to get to the free throw line. And we did a better job of that yesterday, and it's something we're gonna have to continue to get better on. Because, like you said, people, it's easy to read the stats. They see we're averaging, I think, what are we averaging? 11, almost 12 made threes a game. Teams are gonna take that away from us. So we're gonna have we have to punish them and get to the paint and the free throw line.
Well, I agree with you to a certain extent, but when you're going downhill, it's hard to guard the 3. Okay, when you're playing perimeter basketball and throwing around, it's easy to guard. But when your players are looking to go score, and that puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and they come on, weak side help comes, and it just seems like your players trust each other. They're in the right position at the right place, and like I said, I'm talking from I was very impressed yesterday with ball movement on their offense, and then, you got down 7 right before half, and it looked like, you could have gone the other way. And then the biggest thing that Sebastian and I talked about at halftime was rebounding, and he must have said some nice phrases at halftime about getting boards.
I only speak good things always, Steve. You know that.
All right, we're going to take another break and come back about northern New Mexico, talk about the upcoming weeks, and talk about conference play.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hey, welcome back to Steve Davis Show. We got Mike Dominguez, head basketball coach in northern New Mexico. And Mike, it's you got a tough road trip coming up.
Mountain West, Colorado State. Be a good game for us, the exhibition. But our guys, anytime they get a chance to play a Division I opponent, they love it. And Colorado State's a good team, run good offense. It'll be quite the challenge for us, but it'll be a good experience for our guys. And then we come back to the 18th and play at home against Oklahoma Science and Arts. So it'll be good to finish break with a home game.
Will TJ be able to play in that game?
We should. We have to send some transcripts into NEIA, and once they approve it, he'll be good to go.
I think he's going to be a blessing coming to him. I talked to him a little bit before the game, and he is excited and. In a good way, maybe, his knee, it gives him more time, for his knee and to be stronger and have more confidence with it.
And then, when you have kids sitting out and not playing, you're a little unsure of what you're going to get, especially if they're new. The great thing about TJ is I've had him his whole college career, so I know exactly what I'm getting from him. And that's from energy, a scoring standpoint, a shooting. He just makes plays. TJ's a hard guy to describe of what he's really good at, but for some reason, he's just around the ball. He's one of those kids that he just knows how to play, knows how to score, knows how to get things done. So he's going to give us a big jolt to our team and to the guys, and they know it too. So it's exciting to get him back here soon. When I signed him from Highlands. I knew he was going to be a big part of what we do here down the stretch.
Well, one thing about him, he's instinctive. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time, and he does a really good. Like I said, you can't coach that. You can. It's amazing. I've watched him, in high school, and I've watched him. It just seems like. Out of nowhere, he comes from nowhere to either make a defensive play, offensive play, or something always positive.
It happened all the time at Highlands. There'd be times we score a basket, I would turn around, and before I know it, we have the ball back, and I didn't even see how it happened. And, I have to ask my assistant coach, what happened, and they're like, TJ.
No, he's amazing, and he does it quiet. I mean, he's not like he's almost, he's like a ghost. He just comes from nowhere. So.
Yeah, no, he's very efficient. He's not a volume shooter. And he puts a lot of pressure on the defense just because he doesn't stop moving. I mean, he just does not stop.
Well, Mike, we run out of time. Good luck to you. I'll see you. I'll see you as soon as possible, and after the Colorado game, and good luck to you the rest of the year.
Having me on the show.
All right, thanks a lot.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry.